MLB Bets and Analysis Wednesday, April 2nd. I have another $5,000 winner lined up in this video for you guys, and it's an MLB play. Yesterday, Diamondbacks, a huge Grand Slam winner by Suarez. What a win in the top of the 8th, and today we're going to make it back-to-back MLB winners, guys. Now, before I start off today's show, if you guys are growing, learning, expanding, share the show with a couple buddies that sports bet that are ready to get an early winner, because today's play is an early winner, and I'm going to give you guys a ticket in this video. You're going to see it in this video, so stay tuned and watch it all the way through so you learn, and along with that, get the play of the day. And I'm going to cover two games here for you guys, two MLB games that are under the radar for most people, but for me, they are the main plays and they stand out quite a bit. And let's get to the money. First and foremost, what do we look at when we start off the day? We look at OPS, who's at the top, who's at the bottom, and like I mentioned yesterday, I like to avoid teams that are at the bottom. Atlanta, Houston, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and Colorado. Those are teams that I would not be taking today, even if it seems like it's the right play. Yankees still at the top, Phillies, Diamondbacks, Orioles, and the Cubs sitting at the top 5, guys. First game we're going to cover today is Washington Nationals versus the Toronto Blue Jays. This line opened up in favor of Washington, guys. They are favored in this game in Toronto. It opened up at around minus 114, give or take. Right now sitting at around minus 120. In some books, close to that range. Money and support looking rather even. More action going to the Blue Jays, specifically on the spread, since they're a plus 1.5. On the money line, depending on the book, it's on Toronto. Right now on VSIN, which tracks DraftKings, says 54% of the bets and 50% of the handle going to Toronto Blue Jays. When you look at apps like FanDuel, you have 82 and 80% of the money going to the Blue Jays. So right now, altogether, it's looking like the Blue Jays are attracting majority of the action. Matchups. Lucas is the pitcher for Toronto Blue Jays, and Washington has not really seen him other than Lau, that has 2 RBIs on him and 2 at-bats, has seen him pretty well. This kid, not the best. On the flip side, Mackenzie Gore, another ace. And to me, this is a very similar situation to yesterday's game, Diamondbacks versus Yankees. You're getting a team that's undervalued with the better pitcher. And then ace, one of the best pitchers in the league, is Mackenzie Gore. Now, given there are some players in Toronto that has seen him pretty well, Guerrero being one of them, and along with that, Schneider. 2 players out of their entire lineup that have hit him well. Other than that, he's dealt their lineup pretty well. So, altogether, pitching matchup favors the Washington Nationals, guys. This season, Mackenzie Gore faced the Phillies, dealt 6 innings pitched, 1 hit, 0 earned runs, and that's the data we have for him right now. Lucas has not pitched this season. He pitched last season, had a 10.80 ERA, and this season, spring training 2025, he had 8.64 ERA. So nothing too impressive right now for Lucas. And along with that too, something you guys need to factor in for this specific game is the fact that Toronto has won their last 2 games versus Washington. And yesterday specifically, they won 5-3, and they used their best bullpen to close the game out. They had Chad Green and Hoffman closing out that game. Right now, bullpen-wise, Toronto is struggling. Now, Washington's not the best team when it comes to bullpen, but their closers are rested because they haven't won over the last 2 games. So that's another area that benefits the Washington Nationals. Mackenzie Gore, just look at his last 4 games. His last 4 games, he's pitched 24 innings. 25 innings, I'm doing the math in my head. He's allowed 1 earned run. 1 earned run, his 2 games against Toronto Blue Jays. He's won those games last season. He gave up 2 earned runs in 3 innings pitched. Not the best, but at this point in the season, May 5th, he was not pitching the way he's pitching right now. And he did not start the season last season how he started this season versus the Philadelphia Phillies, dealing them. Mackenzie Gore, a young player, very young player that's getting better and better each season. Now, lastly, guys, a big point that I wanted to cover for this specific game is the fact that when you look at team props, Blue Jays to bat in the 9th, which means they're going to be down or they're going to be tied. Vegas has it as a yes at minus 170. Quite the favorite, I would say. I don't take minus 170 odds too much because they're too heavy, and they have him at yes to bat in the 9th, meaning, again, guys, that either they're going to be tied or they're going to be down in that situation, which favors the Nationals. And lastly, you look at Washington National total hits compared to the Toronto Blue Jays. They are favored to get over 8.5 by minus 120 compared to the Toronto Blue Jays at plus 100. This is a game where most are going to overlook and take the Toronto Blue Jays because the Nationals are 1-4 and don't factor in the importance of pitching and bullpen. Very similar to yesterday. Pitching won that game. Burns dealt 2 earned runs. 2 of the other ones were mistakes by Naylor. He played well through 5 innings, considering the fact that the Yankees had a historic weekend putting up big-time runs. So altogether, the Nationals are the play for the day Here's the tickets. Last game I'll cover here is one that stands out for me as well, but not as much, guys. It's the Oakland Athletics versus the Cubs. The line to me is what's telling. Oakland Athletics are favorites in this matchup, -121, -120. It's Taillon that's pitching for the Cubs. And what I see in this matchup, I'll cover it really quick, is the fact that the Cubs bullpen is also trash right now. They've been struggling quite a bit. Taillon, a pitcher that struggled in his first game, if I pronounce his last name correctly, and Oakland, a team that's scrappy. This season, they're going to be a lot more scrappy than last season. I expect them to do a lot better, but personally speaking, I do like this Nationals angle a lot more just due to the fact that Mackenzie Gore is Mackenzie Gore, and it's a very similar aspect to yesterday's angle. Before I let you guys go, I wanted to cover one last thing. The AI Analyzer nailed the NBA games yesterday. As you guys can see right here, a game that most had Denver Nuggets. Minnesota dominated that game. They didn't dominate, right? But they won that game, and the +3 was never really in question, and the stats favored them. Big time, especially the key factors. And the AI Analyzer provides these stats for you guys so you guys do informed bets and not just gamble. And it's in community that's $49.99 a month. You get 7 days for free, and you get access to this data for every single game. And MLB will be in the next few days when it comes to the data side of things. So I've left the link below. Try it out for 7 days. That way you see what it's about. And you're going to see how you invest instead of gamble by making an informed decision with real stats. With the stats that Vegas uses. That's how you win long-term in this industry, along with having discipline. So that is it for today, guys. Lock in your AI Analyzer. Today will be the last day I'll be doing MLB YouTube videos for the week because I'll be busy these next few days. Lock in your pass. I've left the passes below so you guys maximize results and don't miss out on any plays. That's it for today, guys. Let's win the day. Let's make it 2-0, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.